Okay, today is an exciting day because we are on our last shape for surface area. So we're going to be talking about spheres today. In order to discuss spheres, you guys need to know what a great circle is. A great circle is this circle here around the middle of the Earth, or the sphere. I say Earth, but I really just mean sphere. And it intersects the center of the sphere. So a great circle has the center of the circle on the center of the sphere. Okay, it basically just cuts that sphere in half. Now, the other thing you guys need to know is a hemisphere. And hemisphere should be familiar to you because you guys know about northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. Basically, it's the top or the bottom of a sphere. So it's like half of a sphere. Half of a sphere. Okay, and if you see a picture of one, it's going to look like a circle with just the bottom part of the sphere. Okay, so now let's get into the nitty-gritty. Surface area. So your formula for surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r squared.
Do you want me to?
Okay, super easy. Surface area is 4 pi r squared. So my example is the radius of the Earth is approximately 3,959 miles. What's the surface area? So all we're doing here is literally plugging in. So here's the Earth. Here's the radius. And notice this is the radius of that great circle in the middle. So that's 3,959 miles. So I'm just going to plug in. Surface area equals 4 pi r squared. So surface area is 4 pi times 3,959 miles squared. So let's see, that's a big number, 3,959 squared times 4. So surface area is 6269472 pi miles squared. Now see where the miles squared comes from? Miles squared, it becomes miles squared, and that's your units for surface area. Now this is my exact answer. My rounded answer, just multiply by pi, and I get 196,128.4.3 miles squared. So that's a huge surface area. The Earth is really big. So there we go. Now your second example and the last example I'm going to give you is for a hemisphere. So it says find the surface area of the hemisphere below as an exact answer and a rounded answer to 2 decimal places. So surface area, you know, is normally 4 pi r squared. This is for a sphere. Now for the hemisphere, it's half of that because we're only using half, but you also have to remember that the hemisphere actually has a surface on the bottom here. And the shape of that's a circle, so you have to add that on. So the surface area is pi r squared, which is that base there, plus half of the sphere, 4 pi r squared divided by 2. That's going to give you your hemisphere. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in. So surface area equals pi times 6 squared plus 4 pi times 6 squared divided by 2. And so that gives me 36 pi plus 2 pi times 36 which is 36 pi plus 72 pi, which is 108 pi. And these are centimeters, so we've got centimeters squared. So that's my exact answer. And 108 times pi, rounded to 2 decimal places, is 339.29 centimeters squared. Okay, so there are your answers there. And that's it. Last formula you guys have to remember.